Kiki,
Hey, girl.
what's happening?
What's going on, Mama? Thank you for taking time to hop on with me today.
Welcome.
Yes, I love you guys. You guys are making me feel so special. Okay. So we got one more person that's coming in. Well, we actually got two, but we're going to get started as they are coming in, so that we will stay on schedule and not hold us too long. Well, first, let me just introduce, welcome to A Night with Queens, our discussion panel. This is a night for us women to get together and talk about life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. What we're going to be doing today is an hour-long discussion. I will be asking you all just a series of different questions, giving you an opportunity to answer them, as well as I want you guys to put any information in the description box, or in the chat that you want us to know about you, whether it's your businesses or contact information, anything like that. As you hear us talk, if you want to just network, anything like that, you can just include that in the chat. Other than that, we're just going to talk shop, ladies, and just have a good time and just share with our viewers our perspective and our hearts as being women, some of the things that maybe, we have gone through, or some of the things that, we find that it may be helpful to somebody else. So without further ado, hello, beautiful. You look beautiful. Hi, Auntie. My aunt is hopping on. Yes, I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Okay, so guys, we're gonna go around, and we have I think like two more people that's gonna be coming on, so I'll just admit them. But I'm gonna be asking you guys just a series of questions, one after another. But we're gonna start with an icebreaker. And that first icebreaker question would be just to state your name and what is it that you do. And I would like to start with Miss Renee. You can just say your name. Oh, say your name, what you do, and how COVID has changed you.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, my name is Renee Young. I am an event planner. My company is called Per Your Request Events. I have been in business since 2006, and I love what I do. Let's see. How COVID has changed what I do. Very interesting. I've learned how to do COVID safe events. I've learned how to plan. Done like a lot of people did like micro events, whether they were drive-bys, they were weddings, but it only had maybe 35 people. A lot of people go to like either hors d'oeuvres and cake and punch type things versus full buffets and plated meals. All that kind of got pushed to the wayside. So we just had to get real creative on how to do things and keep everybody safe, and abiding by the laws of the state and what have you. So that was a little different. But as far as what COVID taught me personally, it taught me I didn't need as much as I thought. It definitely showed me what was important: taking deep breaths, being able to just breathe in fresh air, being around your family, Because I'll be totally honest, I haven't had anybody in my house, maybe one or two people, and they were here for like a minute or two in a year. And I'm the family member that hosts everything. So I haven't really seen my family in a year. But we got creative. We do Google calls and that kind of thing. So we can still see each other, but it's different because I'm used to seeing them on every holiday. And we have done none of that in a year. So I'm told them all when all this is settled, they're gonna be sick of me. So I'll be doing lots of hugs and squeezing real tight and all that good stuff. You just don't realize it's those little things you take for granted. Just being able to hug somebody, or like I say, taking a deep breath without a mask on your face. And it's like I will never take that for granted again. So that's me.
Well, thank you. Thank
Welcome.
you. Next person, Miss Tonda, if you don't mind, just saying your name, what you do, and how COVID has changed you.
Okay, can I tell the book? No, I'm just kidding. My name is Dominguez. I am a YouTube content creator. I talk about relationships, all kinds of things, relationships, and I keep it all the way 100, as we say. I am also a writer. I am also an actress and producer. I am part owner, co-owner of TNS Productions, which produced our first movie that we did in 2017. I am a blogger. I am recently a new TikToker and just going to town with that because I find that that's a more easier platform than Facebook and Instagram. Like I'm really growing rapidly, and it's not about the numbers, but we all do things because it's a purpose in it. And when you have a purpose or a passion, you want people to get what you're putting out there. You want to impact lives in some sort of way. So some people look at that as wanting to be vain or seen, and it's for me, I can only speak for myself. It is truly a passion, the things that I do. So that's that part of it. As far as COVID-19 is concerned, I echo with what Renee said, is that it makes you realize that you take so much for granted. And I just recently posted something about, not seeing my mom enough, because I was the person in the family that's never here. I'm over here right now, as a matter of fact, because I'm trying now. First of all, I got my vaccine, she's got hers. And so I'm trying to do better. Life is short. I've seen so many people pass away, people that's close to me, people that, are just friends of friends. So that's the big takeaway, is that life is short with COVID. And also COVID is real. Get your vaccines.
Thank you, Tonda. The next person, Miss Reshma, state your name, what you do, and how has COVID changed you?
Hi, I'm Reshma Bhojwani. I'm a money wisdom coach and the author of my book, Pandemic Budgeting and Finances, How to Use Piggy Banks and Stop Counting Sheep, which is now available on Amazon. So I got to write this book because of the pandemic. So for me, pandemic has turned out to be a boon in disguise. So, and then I as a business, as a money wisdom coach, pandemic has affected me some with, getting more coaching clients and things like that. But overall, I'm happy because I got the opportunity to write the book. As for my mom, she lives here with me. So luckily, and she's the only person who I would have really missed meeting, and she's here, so that's good. And as for the vaccine, we got our first shot. We are getting our second one on May 7th, so we'll be all set with that.
Thank you, Reshma. Thank you, Miss Reshma. Miss Patheria, tell me.
Hi, Tonda. How are you?
Good.
So good to see you.
You too.
Well, my name is Patheria Woodson Zachary. I'm the owner and director of PW Production and New Attitude Boutique. I have impacted, I don't know how many women with the with doing the fashion shows. I have been doing this for 40 plus years. So many, my goal was to really encourage and empower women. That was my goal, and I think I've done pretty good at that. This pandemic has been very challenging because I've lost so many people in my family. And just like you said, Tanda, it is very real. So I'm hoping everyone will get, vaccine, get their vaccine, so we can really try to stop this pandemic. But I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about a lot of people.
Yeah.
That, when some people have a lot of time on their hand, things can be just really, really crazy. But I learned to sit still and let God lead me. And he's worked on me a lot because things could be a lot different in my life if I didn't let him lead me and encourage me to keep going. So thank you for this platform, Jakia. And hi, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Good stuff. Ms. Zakoya, tell me, state your name and how has COVID changed you? What you do?
Hello, I am Zakoya Zachary, daughter of Patheria Woodson Zachary. I am a student success coordinator for Jefferson Township local school district. I work with students with a program, a college program by the name of College Credit Plus. Where students 7th through 12th grade are able to be exposed to college curriculum and take classes and also create pathways for themselves, whether that's a certification or a degree. So I have found that I am passionate and becoming more and more passionate about the youth and the success of our youth. In regards to the pandemic, COVID-19, I have really been reminded of how important life is, how short life is, and how important family is. And really carrying out, the things that you are supposed to do in this world, your purpose, making sure you're making an impact because you don't know how much time you have. Yeah.
Good.
Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Y'all are on the ball. Okay, so now we get the icebreaker out the way. Let's dig on. Okay, let's get into some nitty gritty stuff. So we are talking today about life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, I chose this topic because I think that it's very important that in light of COVID and the changes that has caused us to make, life, love, and the pursuit of happiness seems to be the core focus for all of us at this time. So I would like to ask, let's start with Miss Patheria. This is a life question, if you don't mind.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. What important lesson have you learned from your mother?
Oh, wow. Oh, God, so many. So many. To just really try to keep God first in my life and to really try to bless others, even when they don't bless you. Just try to love on people, encourage people, and just really try to be a positive person in this world. That's one thing I really hope I have left a legacy of positivity, encouragement, empowerment for people to remember when I leave this world. And my mom really taught me that.
Amen. Good question. Good answer. Miss Renee, same question. What important lesson have you learned from your mother?
Same thing. I've learned a lot from her. Um, if nothing else, she taught me how to survive.
Mm,
And what I love that kind of showed back up with it, um, kind of took me back to my childhood because we had moments and she get laid off. There was no income. We had to figure stuff out. So, but she taught me she never hid that stuff from me. Like, oh, I lost my job, but I ain't gonna tell the kids. Never. She laid that thing out like, look, mommy got laid off. This is what this means. So me and my brother, we would start flipping coupons and go, we like, what can we do to help? Because but just whenever I've been put in situations where stuff, her wisdom kind of came back to show me those things. So I love that she taught me how to be honest with my kids. If your kids can ask a question, they deserve an answer. That was, she always told me. She never sugarcoat. My mama is not a sugarcoat kind of girl. She gonna shoot from the hip. She gonna give it to you straight. And even if you don't like what she's saying, she's still gonna say it. Um, I'm not quite as straightforward as she is, but I love that about her. Because if nothing else, I knew she would always tell me the truth. She was never gonna lie to me. And even if I was 10 years old, she still was gonna give it to me straight. So I definitely appreciate that. I love now that me and her can have, because like I was raised Catholic, but as I got older, I changed over to, I went Baptist and then non-denomination, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, but just now that me and her can have those dialogues, because I think I went on and got saved first and then she came. So me and her kind of did the reverse. But just that we can share that now, and then just to kind of see how she's grown over time, how our roles kind of switched a little bit. But I've learned a lot from her. Work hard. Basically be a woman of your word. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you can't do something, say you can't do it. But don't string somebody along, or don't have them thinking you're gonna do one thing and you're not gonna do it. Follow through on what you're gonna do. So I learned a lot from her. She's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let me see. I'm going to ask that question one more time to one more person. Who wants to answer that? I'll let you. Who wants to answer what important lesson have you learned from your mom? Come on, Tanda. You at your mama's house. Oh, everybody. Come on,
Well, you
Tanda.
know what? The biggest thing is that there are so many children that are never introduced to Christ, okay? And so the biggest thing that I got from my mom is the fact that even though there was a period of time when she didn't go to church, we went to church. She put us on that bus, that church bus, and we learned about Jesus, okay? She put us in the choir. It wasn't choice, and I think that's what a lot of these kids now need. They need somebody to push them to know the Lord. Of all times now, it's so important to know the Lord. So that's the biggest thing that I've gotten from my mom. And then the other thing is, I think I have her spirit as far as she's a socialite, and she loves people. Like, she just loves people, and she'll cook dinner and like invite everybody over. I love that about her, because it's always been that way. There's always been some type of a get together at her home. It still is. It's like Big Mama's house over here sometimes, and that's how I am. I've always been that way with my nieces and nephews, and taught them everything that I could teach them, and just took them everywhere and just did everything with them. So yeah, my mama gave me her spirit.
Awesome. The other two ladies, you might as well answer that question too. Miss Reshma, you want to go?
Sure. My mom, as I said, she lives with me. My dad died when I was 13, so it's basically my mom who raised us, my older brother and me. So she raised us real well. She gave us everything we wanted to, send us to good school, and way above what she could afford for, so that her kids get a good future. So she did her best to raise us well. One thing I can say is I learned from her mistakes about finances, how to manage finances, because she had never taken care of her finances while my dad was alive, and he really didn't even encourage her to learn everything about finances. So that's something I learned at a very young age, the importance of knowing how to manage your own finances, and the importance of having your emergency fund and things like that. So that's how my journey started, and that's how today I'm a money wisdom coach, because of all my learnings throughout my life.
Awesome. Thank you, Rashma. Thank you. Miss Sequoia, you're up.
Well, I could go for a very long time. I was actually jotting a few things down that I wanted to make sure I shared. But the biggest thing is strength, right? My mother is a very, very strong woman, and she raised me to be the same. I mean, sharing her wisdom, teaching me to be a woman of value, a woman who demands respect, and to be a woman with purpose. Definitely, she's taught me to be a good person, encouraged me to, always, be impactful by helping others and, being supportive and being a positive role model.
Awesome. That's beautiful. Y'all on fire. Okay, so now now I'm just going to be picking questions that I'm going to be asking you guys. So some of you are going to just be answering different questions. Okay, so let's go with one more life question, and let's see, Tonda, what's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
A baby being brought into the world. I've seen it several times. I have plenty of nieces, nephews, and all of that. Yeah, it's painful looking. I've never done it, but that's the reason I haven't done it. But it is a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Ms. Renee, what childhood aspirations did you have, and that you're still pursuing, or that you maybe want to pursue?
I don't know if I still want to pursue any of my childhood aspirations, because I thought I was going to be a ballerina, but no, that's not going to happen. That's what I thought I was going to do. That didn't quite go over all that way. So 1 year ballet, that was. There is something I want to do. I just don't know what it looks like. And Kiki, I've shared this with you. I want to have a heart for young men. Our boys, especially the boys who don't get the accolades because they're athletes, or, you know what I mean? Just the kid that's just your normal kid, but he likes weather. I'm just throwing that out. He likes weather, but this child is never celebrated. He's never pretty much put in the front, like, you could be a meteorologist if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? He's never lifted in that way. And then just that, I just kind of hurt for them, just the state of this country and how crazy stuff is. And then I got 2 black sons. So just, I think part of me wants to know why they're so mad. I mean, I kind of get it, but they have a deeper little anger thing going on. And I don't know if it's just trying to discover who they are. And I mean, I just want them to like stand firm, like, this is who I am. And it's okay to be who you are. Right. You know, you don't have to be like a star quarterback. You don't have to. You do what God built in you. What he put in you, he may not have put in that person. But so it's something there. I don't know what God gonna do with it. It hasn't manifested itself yet. It's just in my heart right now. So whenever he give me some legs for it and some arms, then I'm gonna do something with it. I just don't know what that looks like exactly.
Awesome.
But that's the one thing I haven't done that I want to do.
Okay, I like that. And let's move into the subject of love. Okay, woo, fun ladies. Okay, so Miss Zakoya, do you believe in love at first sight? Why or why not?
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm kind of young, so I'm going to say that because I don't think I've ever experienced love at first sight. I can't say that it doesn't exist. I just can't say that I've never experienced it.
Good answer.
That's a great answer.
It is great.
Bomb that out. Okay.
Yeah.
I do.
You know I was coming. Okay. So Miss Tonda, what is your love language, and how do you express your love to others?
Communication. That is my greatest strength. I actually took a Strength Finders test at work before, probably 2 or 3 times, and that's always been the number one thing. And I believe that no relationship can withstand the test of time without communication.
Awesome. Great, 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 great. Miss Reshma, what do you do for self-care?
I used to do nothing. I didn't even know such a thing existed until a few months back when I met this group of people like Kiki and Rene. That's when I really realized that. And since then, I've been doing a lot of self-discovery. I've been trying to figure out who I am. I'd never asked myself the question who I am, and I didn't even know such a thing exists where you can just sit and meditate and try to get answers. So I have been, since awareness of the importance of self-care and figuring out who I am, I have been meditating. I've been trying to exercise. I got introduced to Kinergy when I went to Tony Robbins' event. So I'm now enlightened. The only thing left is to get the halo on my head.
Yes, come on, Rashma. Good job. Yes, y'all are doing wonderful. Miss Patheria, one question. What quality about yourself do you admire most?
Wow. I think which quality? I think my communication with people. I spread love through communicating with people, and I leave myself open to be able to talk to whoever needs me to try to lift their day up or lift their spirit up. I love that about me because so many people call on me to, even when I can't lift myself up. And sometimes I'm telling people, while I'm encouraging you, I'm also encouraging myself. While I am empowering you, I'm empowering myself. So I'm talking to myself while I'm giving out the advice that they're looking for. And this has really been a great experience that people really continue to come back. And the people just love to be loved on, and I love to give that. So I think that's a good quality that I have.
That's a bomb quality. Yes, ma'am. Okay, now we're wrapping things up, ladies. So I'm going to be asking a couple more questions and then we're going to be done. You guys have done so well. Okay, so I want you to answer these questions in, a minute or under, okay? So let's try to keep it a minute or under. And I'm going to ask each one of you this question. So we could start with Renee. What brings you the most joy?
Little things. I love sunrises and sunsets, and the laughter of children, and then just knowing that God loves me. It's that simple.
Awesome. It's Tanda. What brings you joy? What brings you the most joy?
I would say that being a worshiper, I love, first of all, to sing. I can hold a note, but I'm not rips and runs on all that kind of stuff. But I do love to sing to the glory of God. So singing to him, I don't care where I'm at, just brings me the biggest joy ever.
Awesome. And you do have a nice voice. Ms. Aziz, what brings you joy?
I would say being impactful, changing lives. That brings me the most joy. Knowing that, as I'm being a blessing to others, that God is blessing me through that process. Oh, I'm getting emotional. That's what, wow. Yeah,
Awesome.
that brings me the most joy.
Beautiful, beautiful. Miss Rashma, what brings you the most joy?
For me, it's when I'm traveling. I love traveling. I want to travel the world. So, and I love the water. So I love it when I'm at the ocean. That's very peaceful to me. And the sound of the waves, that's beautiful to me.
Yes, Miss Patheria, what brings you the most joy?
Loving God and knowing God loves me, and also seeing that young lady that is on this platform, see the successful woman that she is, how hard I work to try to instill great things in her, and just to see her blossom. God is truly a blessing. So that gives me joy, that young lady there.
Come on now, y'all better say it today. Y'all better do this thing. Okay, I love it. Okay, one last question, and in one word from each of you, one word. What describes your current state of being in one word? Come on, Renee.
Grateful.
Grateful. Sequoia.
Positioning,
Yes.
evolving.
Evolving. Yes. Miss Reshma.
Resilience.
Yes. Resilience. Tanda.
Striving.
Y'all better say it. Come on, Miss Patheria.
Blessed.
Come
blessed.
through.
Just thankful and blessed.
Yes. And my one word is thankful. I'm very, very thankful for all of you guys like hopping on this with me today, taking this time out of your day to share life, love, and the pursuit of happiness with me. I am so honored to host all of you guys. This episode will be airing this Mother's Day. This is a special Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Whether we're mothers or not, we are creators of this earth, and every hand that we touch and we're creating something makes us a mother. So happy Mother's Day to all of you ladies. I love you all.
Love you too. Love you too. Tanda, love you, Tanda.
Love you too.
Okay. Love you guys.
Love all of you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And this is Kiki's Critique, and we're signing off with a night with Queens. Thank you all so much again, ladies. Thank you, Queens.
Thank you.
Y'all
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
down today. Thank you.
Bye.
Everyone,
Happy Mother's
ladies.
Day, everybody.
Yes.
Happy Mother's
you.
Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.